Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy KAIO and I'm back again this time to give you another One Piece video, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions for One Piece chapter 1000, and I've literally just recorded my latest One Piece review for chapter 998 and it threw a lot of things off. And I was thinking to myself, I was sitting there for a while like, what could go on? What's going to happen? Things have changed. Things definitely have changed, but not for what I think is actually going to happen. I did say that I wanted to talk about chapter 999 right at the end, because I know we're going to probably get a big chunk of Ace stuff that's going to happen, but I'm talking about like the final few panels that we're going to get leading up to chapter 1000, and then talking about what's going to happen in chapter 1000. So let's actually go to 999. What do I see happening? So within this chapter that's just released, it looks like a lot of people are getting ready for their fights. The only one that isn't getting ready for a fight right now is Sanji. That is because he is tied up. But I did say I think Usopp will come in, play Spider Wars and win. That's what I'm going to call it. That's going to be his fight. I think Nami's going to take on Ulti. And then we've got a few more battles to come up to predict and to see where it's going to go. So I think in chapter 999, Luffy's made it to the top. He's right at the top. And then all he's going to see is Kaido. Let's see Big Mom. We're going to have most probably Zoro, but I think he's more likely going to be still down fighting Queen or King, depending on how that's going to go. Marco could come in and fight King because King's just somewhere. Queen's already there, so it just makes sense that they could fight. Or Sanji comes in and he fights King, and Marco and Luffy go up to the top and Marco fights Big Mom. That's what could potentially happen. I think Eustace Kid will make it up to the top because we haven't seen him. I think Law will stay on the support like Chopper. I think he'll still be up there, but I think he'll be that person in the control, sort of trying to, help fight against Kaido while Luffy's actually taking him on, like mono-y-mono, 1v1. I think in chapter 999, right at the end, yes, that we are going to have Luffy and Kaido having the best standoff, stare off, whatever Oda wants to do, and I think he's going to look around him, like whichever way where the Akazai 9 is, either that way, or even that way, or over that way, and Kaido's just standing there. Kaido could turn around for all we know, because he could have the Akazai 9 right in front of him, and Luffy's going to get a look, and this is where I'm going to say I think the majority of the Akazai 9 are dead. I think there's only a couple of people. I will definitely say Kinemon that will be alive. I think he won't be dead. I think he'll be injured quite a bit, but not to the standards where I think he's going to die. I think if he is going to die, I think he will throw himself in the line of fire, even though he is Foxfire Kinemon, and that was a pun there, and that wasn't supposed to be a pun, but it is. So, yeah, even though he's Foxfire Kinemon, I've got this funny feeling that, yeah, I think he'll sacrifice himself later on. I think there's going to be a lot of blood. There's going to be a lot of bloodshed, and the fact that Okiku's already lost an arm, which Zoro already knows, and he's peed off about that. And then you have the rest of them like Kawamatsu. I just think the majority of them are going to be dead. I think that when Luffy gets up there, I think 80%, 85% of them are dead. That's what I'm thinking. And that's going to set Luffy off. He's going to see them, he's going to look up, he's going to stare at Kaido, and he's just going to have the most angriest look ever. And you thought that he was angry when he went against Katakuri. You remember when he smashed the window and he was just staring at him, and he's getting ready to go for that battle against Doflamingo, when he literally stops Doflamingo's foot, pretty much crushing Law, and you have that stare off there. I think Oda's going to do the same sort of similar thing, but I think it's going to be a lot better. I think it's going to be a whole lot better. So they're going to have their standoff, or maybe as Luffy comes up, Kaido's about to do something, and Luffy comes in and they literally clash. And then Kaido's like, whoa, I did not expect this kid to have this type of haki yet. Because as far as he's concerned, he thinks Luffy's just Luffy that he knocked out back in that first fight that they had. But he's not. He's mastered Rio. And it seems that he hasn't mastered observational haki yet either. Yeah, I forgot to mention that in my chapter review. But you're getting it here now. Yeah, he said he's still got a lot to master on that. I thought you'd have had it mastered. So it does make me wonder if he actually has Ornament Haki. Well, Rio actually mastered now. I definitely think he does. I really do, because I did put a video out about it. It's all good. It's all good on the Ornament Haki side. Just Luffy, you shouldn't have said that about the Observational Haki side. But maybe that's a sort of insight to what we're going to get maybe next chapter 999 or chapter 1000. So if we're going on the basis that they have a standoff and a stare off, I think that would be epic, because we'll get to see a very, very angry Luffy. And then maybe, like I said, maybe we might get to see Luffy split in the sky. And I know people are going to be in the comments going, what? Luffy split the sky? Are you mad? What, are you smoking? Yeah, I don't care. I think if Luffy splits the sky, I think people will say, yeah, it's more like Kaido that split the sky, which is more than likely. But I think it'd be nice to show Luffy's dominance. Because we all know that we're getting closer and closer and closer to the end of One Piece. Why? Why is it a bad idea to, you know, not show Luffy cracking a sky? Well, it's supposed to be like two people, like, you know, ripping the sky. But what's wrong with Luffy doing that? Okay, it might be a bit different because every time we've seen it with Shanks and Whitebeard, they clashed. Big Mom and Kaido with the clashing, they had weapons. Every time we've seen it, they've always had weapons. So what if Oda wants to switch it up? I would be fine with that. Luffy comes in with a freaking gigantic fist or whatever. Kaido comes in with his club and that's it. And there's just like a rip in the sky. I know people are going to say it's an arsepull, but at the end of the day, Luffy is going up against a Yonko and he's had a lot of training. So where he's had this training, it just makes sense. I'm not saying it's got to be a big, ginormous, like, rip in the sky, but at least a little something. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, personally. I think it'd be epic. I think some people might be a bit peeved that that could potentially happen. But I think it would generally get people hyped. Like, I'd be really freaking hyped. Like, I think I'd throw my laptop all around the place or my phone because that's where I read it anyway. But I don't think things would be safe in this room if that actually happened. I would be generally excited because it's about time that our boy got this. With other series, when you have like Naruto and you have Bleach, when they got their power-ups, man, I bet everyone was excited. I mean, I was excited when I was reading Naruto. I was quite late to Bleach. But, you know, for people that were reading Bleach weekly and people that were reading Naruto weekly, you know, like myself, you know, we were all hyped up to see these, like, big power-ups and to see how much they've trained. But there's just something about Luffy that just hits so different, which is why he's my favourite. Because he just goes straight into business. He doesn't whine. He's like, oh, no, I've got to fight him. Oh, my God, what am I going to do? He doesn't care. The man will train to get to where he is. So if the man cracks a sky, if the guy busts out Gear 5 or like an ultimate Gear 4 form, which I did say would most likely happen, I don't care. Like, I'm not saying he's going to bust out Gear 4 or Gear 5 in Chapter 1000. That'd be sick if he did, like, right at the end of Chapter 1000. So you have, like, an epic clash, like, end of, like, 999. And then right at the end of 1000, Luffy just busts out his new form. That would be mental. That would be absolutely sick. But throughout the entirety of Chapter 1000, as much as I would like to see Luffy and Kaido be the more dominant in the chapter, where we get to see them just going like blow for blow, you know, just exchanging everything they've got, the clashes of the Haki, Luffy showing what he's made of, that'd be sick. Or even if maybe Oda might chuck this in as well, that Luffy could potentially damage Kaido by the end of that chapter and give Kaido a big surprise. I think that would be pretty cool as well. So you've got Luffy coming in. He's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Finds an opening and then crack. Like, he just gets him and you just see this big, like, crack. And you see Kaido's like that. He's not going to do that noise, but that's is what it sounds like. And he's, like, looking down and you see Luffy does that hee-hee smile. I think I'd enjoy that. There's a lot of potential that Oda can do. Obviously, he's already got it in mind. We already know he's got everything planned for Chapter 1000. But for me, even if this is not the way I would want it to go, along the same sort of similar lines would be pretty decent. So I'd like to see a dominant chapter of Luffy and Kaido, but I would also like to see some stuff with other potential matchups. Let's see a bit of fighting, because we've already had Jinbei getting ready. Let's just see people getting ready to take on everyone and fight. Just show us those little bits and those little panels. You see like a picture of like Zoro and Queen, or Zoro and King, or Marco and Big Mom, or Marco and King, or Sanji and King. Just see all of it. See Nami and Ulti going at it. Let's see Nami get her revenge. Let's see her overthrow Ulti. Let's see Usopp going, yeah, I'm going to do this. I would love to see that. Let's just have one big ass standoff, because I think it'd be epic. Because we've had stuff like Enies Lobby where they're standing there waiting for Robin to go, say you want to live. Or you've got the epic bits in Fishman Island where they're going to shaft their new powers and Luffy just busts out his Conqueror's Haki. We've had so many big, amazing moments within One Piece, where even Marineford, where Luffy's just got his hand down on one knee, you've got Buggy and all that behind him, just getting ready to throw hands. I want to see something a little bit different. You know what, if we get all the Straw Hats, which is not going to happen because Chopper's pretty much staying behind, but I'm glad that we're not getting that again, because that'll just be the same thing, just seeing everyone stand there, everyone gets hyped. Yeah, oh my God, all the Straw Hats are going to fight. But I'd like to just see this. I think that'd be more hype just seeing everyone just like, pop, 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 like all different panels just going bang, 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 bang. Like Oda just puts all that in, but for the majority of the fight, we just see like Luffy and Kaido going at it. That is what I want to see. Even, yeah, getting to see some other fights. I want to see Eustace Kid pop up as well. I think Oda will try and bring every single important character within Wano into that like chapter itself. Get to see Law come up, we'll get to see Eustace Kid come up. Man, there's going to be so many people getting ready to throw hands. It's just going to be the most epic chapter, and this could potentially be everyone's favourite chapter until the final arc, depending on what Oda does. So I trust in Oda, I believe in Oda, I think he'll deliver something great. I think he'll deliver that One Piece like greatness that we all know and love, and I think chapter 1000, it's going to go down in like the history of manga, let alone just the history of One Piece. Come on, Oda, this is your one big chance, your one big shot to deliver a chapter that will be spoken about for years upon years. Like, this is what you did at this chapter, this is what you did at this one, and then you did this at chapter 1000, and we all loved it, we cried, I don't know, like, you cried with like happy tears and everything, because, you know, there could be so much emotion coming out this chapter. So I've got high hopes. So I think overall, my final prediction I would love to see is the dominant fight between Luffy and Kaido going blow for blow, ending with Luffy actually hurting Kaido. I think that'd be sick. But also, meanwhile, everything that's going on, we see everyone else within the Straw Hats doing their thing, and if they're having their fights, I think that would be the perfect thing. And of course, also seeing what happened to the Akazai 9, but I think we'll probably get that at the end of 999, and just like a little glimpse, maybe like the first couple of panels of chapter 1000. But you know what, that's my prediction. I think that's the way I'd love it to go, and you know what, if it's different, it's different. You know, it's fun just making these types of videos, like all these predictions. I love it. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. If you liked anything I had to say and you enjoyed my video, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments below what your predictions are for chapter 1000. What do you think's gonna happen? Because I can't wait to read what you guys think. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button, that'd be absolutely amazing. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you guys never ever miss a post, and I will see you guys for the next video. Until then, see ya.